Yo, yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries and Let's Play Skyrim. In the last episode, we looked at the city of Solitude. There's a lot to do there, but now we must head to Ustengrav to receive the Horn of Jurgen Wincaller. Once we get that, we can bring it back to High Hrothgar to upgrade our shout ability, unrelenting force all the way. Definitely a useful maneuver here in the game because we'll be able to launch enemies in the opposite direction. So we certainly want to get it right away. I'm RJ, joining up with Justino.
Hey, what's up, Trippy brethren? Great to be with y'all. We are on the hunt for the Greybeard artifact here, and not expecting much of a fight, but we'll see what happens.
I remember there was some difficult foes in there. Of course, plenty of skeletons. I'm sure we'll go down in just a couple of hits.
A few mages, maybe.
We'll see if there is a boss. I'm sure a place as epic and grand as Ustengrav must have some sort of boss who runs it all. But it's not too far. We're going to have to trek across some swamplands. We're right here outside of Solitude. This is probably my favorite city in the game. This one and Windhelm are both pretty crazy because they just feel so realistic. All the architecture and the layout almost feels like it could totally be a real world place, maybe in Europe or something like that.
It does. It certainly seems like it's derived from medieval churches and architecture.
Yeah.
Just look at that. It's
Victorian.
so beautiful. It's also my favorite city in the game.
Yeah, I figured. Obviously, it'd be tough to build a city like that on a natural bridge. I mean, I'm wondering if there's a natural bridge this big in real life. I've seen some. There's a park in Utah that has a bunch of them. None of them are this big, though. This is crazy. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and head towards the swamps. It shouldn't be too far. Darth Trippy is mastering the art of swimming here
Kind of murky.
in Skyrim. Yeah, you can't see too well. And there's really not too much to find underwater. When we eventually receive Elder Scrolls 6, I hope they involve underwater exploration more, because that was disappointing to me. In fact, one of the characters, the lizard creatures, I forget what they're called, Argonians actually, they can breathe underwater. So
Yeah.
I remember picking that character so that way I could I could explore and not have to worry about that. But as much as I did that, I never found anything.
Right, and it wasn't very useful. I went through the same scenario you did, RJ, and
Really?
again, it's not, like you said, there needs to be more exploration, more things to do underwater, but that obviously wasn't just the focus here on the game. Maybe, how would they go underwater and explore, though, if it's still going to be some kind of medieval setting in the next one,
Yeah.
theoretically? How would they be able to explore if it's not that specific race that can breathe underwater?
Yeah, well, I can imagine they'll bring back the Argonian, probably be better than ever. I'm not sure if you're a fan of venison, Justin, but definitely grab some.
Let's have a bite.
I love venison jerky. So good. Looks like we have found a random location. We're going to try not to get too sidetracked, but let's see what it is. What do we have here? Fall Gunther.
Uh-oh.
Man.
We could go in there and spend the next 10 hours exploring the caves.
We do have a lesser soul gem, which is not bad. We'll definitely have to use that to enchant. We'll definitely put this on our list. We will explore this very soon. But we are backlogged in adventures.
Must stay focused. It's so easy to get sidetracked in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Those of you who've been watching every episode of the playthrough know that I've had a slight issue with that. Let's go ahead and make a beeline for the Horn of Jurgen Wincaller. Or is it possibly not there?
Yes, there are a lot of thieving people around here, so you never know where it could end up.
Yes, we are the Dragonborn. Right now at this point of the storyline, we're not too sure what that all means. We know, I guess, we must have some sort of special blood because we can kill dragons much easier than the other citizens of Skyrim.
Yes, it's the equivalent of being like a Highlander type, but now you have the magical dragon power. And you're still in that state of kind of confusion, denial, perhaps. If they would have added more,
backstory maybe
backstory,
to your character.
exactly.
Yeah.
Add that to the main character. It would have gave you more insight into his thinking and how he feels about it. But that's a whole nother topic.
That's for sure.
I don't think these video games can go that in depth because there's too much to do interactively playing the game.
Yeah, especially in this case where you have so many options of different characters, but they could have definitely done a backstory for each kind of character, almost like Mortal Kombat, where they each have different lores.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hunt down this fox. Oh, actually, forget about the fox. We have something else going on over here. Let's equip the dragon bow. Guys, I do also want to let you know that it's been a few days, oh, these people look evil, since I've played this game, actually more like a few weeks. So I am a little bit off on the controls, so if you see me doing, did the guy just die on his own? Alright, I'm not going to ask questions.
He got scared to death.
But
it's Doth Trippy.
if you guys see me messing up with the controls, that is why I'm trying to get my bearings down.
I'll feel you on that, RJ, because it's like you're playing Assassin's Creed, you're playing the Halos, you're playing all these other games, GTA. You kind of get the control set confused a little bit. It does happen.
Mm-hmm.
And, just it's something you got to overcome. It's all right.
Yeah, I think I should be able to pick it up fairly quickly. And this shouldn't be too difficult of a mission. We have made it. Let's go ahead and jump down. I remember last time I came here in my last playthrough, there were some more difficult enemies surrounding this area. We took them out no problem.
There was two guys. They weren't down here, but they were above the entrance.
Looks like our carry weight is at 237 out of 315. That's cutting it close. I would like to walk in here with much more space available. So we'll focus on just the best items.
Right. It depends on what you find. If it's going to be an armor, then you're going to be eating up space real quick.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we know that this is a key dungeon in the game, especially earlier on. So they're probably going to give us some good stuff. So that way we can beef up our character in preparation for the harder challenges to come.
They better. And I'm also expecting perhaps a new word, shout, perhaps.
That would be nice. Yeah, I think you're right from
Quite
my
helpful.
past ventures. There's someone already dead in here, Justin.
Uh-oh.
This might not be a good sign. What do you think about our elven armor? For now, we're going to go with the light armor tree. Eventually, when we make it up to dragon armor, I think we can, because you can keep building up. Oh, we got some enemies here.
Careful.
You can keep building up your character to eventually unlock everything. So I think we'll stay with the light armor for now, eventually getting to glass armor, which I feel is pretty good. It allows you to hold extra stuff.
It does, yeah.
And we'll get heavier armor later on in the game.
Yeah, I would often switch. It's not that hard to be able to switch between things, just depending on your carry load there. But I prefer the light armor because I'm a stealth kind of guy. I don't know how you're building Darth Trippy so far, but if you're going to go that route, I would definitely suggest the lighter armor, the glass armor, the elven armor at first. Eventually you'll get some unique items which will be much better than those. But
yeah, and we do need to improve our stealth abilities, thievery and whatnot, which we will do. Right now we're kind of focusing on some that I feel in my personal play style is a little bit more important. Archery for one. I try to upgrade that.
That's the key in
so
this
fast.
game, archery.
Yeah, I agree. It's my favorite weapon, and it goes down for me as one of the best weapons in a game. Of course, we've seen bow and arrow in many games, Turok, Thief, but something about this one, this incarnation of the bow and arrow here in Skyrim, it's my favorite one ever.
Same here. It's the best executed one so far in a game that I've played.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and look at a couple things here in the menu, check everything out, make sure we're up to par as we head into the dungeon, and I'll meet you guys when we got everything settled. So we have this book, the Spell Tome Raised Zombie. I don't think we'll use it too often, but we'll definitely learn it, and it will be there to use. Right now I have the Fleam Atronach, I believe it's pronounced, equipped. It's definitely a good diversion tactic. We can create those so that way the enemy attacks the Fleam character, and we're free to hit him with arrows or whatever the hell we want to do. Let's grab some of this stuff here. We got a chest, some bread, miscellaneous items that I really don't find any use for.
Oh, there's quite a bit of those in this game. It's almost an endless amount. I really give props to the designer of this game who did the fine details like that. All the books, all the little fruits, and everything else that you can find in the game that's so minute.
The books are really well written. I got to
Yes.
give them credit. I haven't got to read too many of them, but it's something I'd like to do.
Right.
Eventually, this game's going to become nostalgic, and I think that's when I'll really get into it.
Oh, it's so much nostalgia already for me. I haven't
Really?
played. I haven't played this
Yeah.
in a while, and when we're hanging out playing this game, it just brings back all those memories. It makes me want to play it for the next gen. I must
Yeah.
say. But back to what I was gonna say. Once you get a house, we can build a library. You know, you save those the best books. It's something kind of silly maybe, but build your own archive of these books you discover.
Yeah, unfortunately, it ruins the book as soon as we use it as far as the spell tome, so I'd like to get a second one just as a collection. And I like to save all of the most popular books here in the game. Of course, the best ones upgrade your statistics. And definitely something we'll be doing here soon, guys. We'll be building our own house for Darth Trippy. Really looking forward to that, and we'll make it pretty epic, that's for sure.
So what's going on here? We've got some joggers going and some
What are these
the
zombie-like guys?
typicals.
Yeah, so as I said, we're going to create this guy, so they pretty much just attack the
Yep.
creation. And we're free to stand back and kill these guys with these. Oh, they also blow up in fiery glory when they die. Uh-oh, this guy knows magic. Unfortunately, he stands no chance.
Yeah, these guys sometimes can be tough in packs.
Let's go ahead and heal up. We are very close to, let's go ahead and autosave here. We're very close to reaching level 17.
Almost there, man.
Got to grab some loot here from these guys. Oh,
Maybe one slight improvement they could make in the next generation of a Skyrim type game of the Elder Scrolls.
what are you thinking?
Do like a mass pickup of stuff. Like you don't have to go to a menu for every time you go to a body. Maybe just Diablo kind of did this. You're just in the area, and sometimes it'll automatically pick up things that you would pick up anyway, like gold or whatever.
Yeah, and I know they have the ability where you can pick up everything on them, but these guys carry so much junk that you have to sift through it.
Man.
It is pretty annoying, and it artificially lengthens the game.
It does, and I would say in the end, after all the extra hours I spent doing that, it did not pay off. I maybe found
I agree.
a handful of really good items.
You know what game did that really well was BioShock.
Yes.
Because same concept, except all of the items they carry are useful. You can't carry all of these iron axes. It's never going to happen. You're going to run out of space, and they're all, of
And
course,
it's
not worth much anyways.
Yeah, they're not worth reselling either.
Definitely make sure to check all the urns around here, guys, filled with very good treasure. Oh, that's right, iron axe in there. Gonna leave that behind. So that's another thing you're gonna have to hit all of because there's free gold. 8, it adds up. Oh, accidentally opened up the empty one.
Persistence is the word here.
Yeah, and most of the time we do this off screen for you guys. I know sitting through us treasure hunting isn't the funnest thing to do. We've actually had a bunch of you guys request that we don't cut it out. Funny enough. But this time around, we'll just check all these urns. This is actually I believe it's the exit of the dungeon. I think when we finally finish it all off, it's going to lead us right here. What do we have here? Speaking of
Another novel.
good books, The Mystery of Talara,
B2.
which will
Part
increase
2.
our restoration. That's a good one too. Restoration, that's one of the best perks in the game. Definitely going to take that so we can put it in our library once we make it from scratch. The burial urn has 4 gold, enough to buy a Snickers bar here in the world of Skyrim. And let's go ahead and head out, and hopefully we can get to some more action here as we try to find the Horn of Jurgen Wincaller. This is definitely one of the more memorable missions in the game.
Yes, especially early on, man.
True.
I was waiting for that first big mission to come about, and of course, when you get to the end, you have to go do something else, of course, and I didn't expect that, but we'll get to that very soon here. A lot of it's about treasure hunting like we're doing now. There are some other little secret things we're going to have to discover, perhaps near a waterfall, or...
Uh-oh, what do we have here? Do we have a secret passage? Definitely got to be on the lookout for small levers, guys. Most of the time, they're very well hidden, and they open up passages to treasure rooms. They don't always pay off the best. Let's see if we get anything good this time around.
Sometimes it's an ambush, and you're dead.
Yeah, a trap or something, too. What do we have here? The Elven Boots of Dwindling Shock. We will take it. We do have to upgrade those because our armor is Elven armor, named the Golden Armor. So maybe those boots are actually an upgrade on what we already have. We'll check that out for sure. Let's head back into the heart of the cave. In fact, hopefully I am not lost. There is many different passages. I don't think we've went this way. Or have we? I'm lost, Justino.
Uh-oh. Which way we heading, man? I'm a little lost myself. I always feel a little claustrophobic going through these caves in these games.
Yeah.
The game that did it the most to me was Fallout. When you go into some of those...
The vaults?
The vaults, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty trippy.
Let's see if we can find anything. I am still lost. Okay, a large room. I think this is... Yes, this is where we came from. Let's head back the opposite way. Sorry about that, guys.
Follow the dead bodies.
Alright, this must be the correct direction. Alright, nothing seems to be there. We already went that way, so let's follow this probably to the probably army of dead soldiers awaiting us. Yes, there they are, I figured.
Now at this point, I always, when you stay stealth hidden and you can pull a bow, you'll usually get a really good critical damage shot in on them.
Yeah.
And that'll pretty much take them out in one swoop.
Especially these weak enemies. Okay, we are hidden. Hopefully we can get the sneak up on this guy. We did get a critical shot, but this guy's restless, which means he's a little bit more powerful. Let's use our shout ability to knock him down just for a fraction of a second. Once we upgrade that, he'll go flying into the wall, and then we can really hit him while he's down. This is a weaker Draugr. And we'll see plenty of them. What do you think about the zombie design here in the game?
I love it, man. Yeah. Throwbacks to kind of the Fallout series, and you're used to the Book of the Mutants.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah.
such.
Have the same the same body movements.
Sure, obviously the same engine, the same company, completely different spin, and the medieval take on this whole story is just beautiful. And there's one thing that was lacking in a lot of these medieval stories is that they're lacking like the zombies. Like Evil Dead style, they're lacking the undead, and magic is kind of scarce. I mean, the Game of Thrones is doing it now, but that's only on television. I mean, we're talking older series.
And I think that is a likely storyline for Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
I think they could definitely pull some stuff off in the zombie genre because we do have, spoiler alert, guys, werewolves in this version, which we will become at some point. And there's vampires.
Which was cool. I liked it, yeah. The vampires as well.
I've always kind of liked werewolves, so I was pleasantly surprised by that. I didn't know that was in the game when I discovered it, and that was a pretty cool moment for me here in my first playthrough. Uh-oh. Let's head into the Ustengrav depths as we make our way through one of the biggest dungeons in the game. We're so close to level 17. I know we're close to the end of the episode, but let's go ahead and let's at least get to level 17.
Let's do it.
A fraction of hairline there.
I can smell it.
Hopefully a couple more kills will do it. And I'm interested to see what we should get next for our perk. I definitely want your
maybe just sneak
intel.
around sometimes. Agreed.
That's true.
It sounds like you're going more towards the crafting and the enchanting and stuff, and I would recommend that if you're going to go with that originally. Or the archery never hurts.
Uh-oh. Some guy got us. And there it is. One hit upside the head has upgraded our armor, which brings us to level 17. Guys, definitely make sure you watch out for the next episode. We'll have that out for you soon. And it's going to be a good one because you could tell this cave is epic. It's going to be
Wow.
awesome to explore it. You have a waterfall all the way down there. Justino, you were asking about a shout. It looks like there is a wall down there that might indeed have a shout for us to learn. And then we'll have to venture into a whole second portion of the dungeon where we'll eventually find the Horn of Jurgen Wincaller. Let's go ahead and level up, and let's see what our options are. Looks like we're doing pretty good on magic. Stamina, we haven't needed a ton right now. It's going to be something we're going to have to upgrade sooner rather than later.
How much do you like running? I mean,
It's also good for the bow and arrow.
It is good for the bow and arrow.
Let's go ahead and put our points into health just to even it up a little bit closer to magicka there. We're going to need some health. These enemies are going to get pretty difficult quickly. We are playing on a harder setting. Alright, so we still have to upgrade destruction. Ooh, that's a good one. Dual casting. That might be a winner already. Let's see what's going on in restoration. And guys, also please let us know what you think we should upgrade. If you have something that you think is key to dominating here in Skyrim, please let us know. All intel is needed. And Darth Trippy is all of our characters. He will grow to be a mighty dragonborn.
A mighty warrior he will be.
Oh, hell yeah. This is another good one, Justin. Recovery, 25% faster. Man, that's pretty good. The faster our magicka regenerates, the more we can use it. Oop, accidentally exited out. Let's head back. Alteration, enchanting. We're going to have to use that soon, but soul gems providing extra magicka for recharging. Not something we need right away.
No.
Smithing, oh man, we can already upgrade advanced armors. We just made our golden armor and it seems to be holding up. So we'll wait another, another level before we get that. Of course, heavy armor.
Heavy armor, yeah, skip that for now.
Two-handed, I love using two-handed weapons. Archery, I think we're pretty much up to par on that. So we don't have to worry about that for once. One-handed, we'll eventually have to work on that. What are you thinking here? Destruction, restoration. We can also do speech.
Yeah, I think my forte, like I was saying, being the stealth guy, being the ninja in the shadows. So either stealth or lockpick there. Lockpicking is key, especially later in the game.
Now, we haven't got either perk, or at least the first perk for either one. So that's a good one to go with.
Yeah. Eventually, you're going to want to just have to go through this entire chain of novice locks, apprentice locks, all the way up, because some of these chests you encounter, coming up, they're going to have some good stuff in them.
Yeah.
You're going to want to be able to unlock them.
It's annoying coming up to the chest and not being able to unlock them.
Yeah, because you feel like, am I going to remember to come back to this place? There's so many other places like this. You got to take special note, I guess.
Yeah. This is the perk I really want to get. It's going to require level 60 for smithing. So we're pretty close. I'll make sure to grind that as soon as we get back out into the light. And we'll get that as soon as possible. But I think we should go with a sneak perk here, Justin. Let's save lockpicking. We'll have to get that soon, but we haven't had too many troubles with the lockpicking yet.
Right.
Let's go ahead and get the first stealth perk, just because that's going to give us that extra added ability to get even closer to them, hit them with that sneak attack, and of course, that'll get us even more deadlier.
Absolutely.
As we make our way through the dungeon.
20%, that's a good little boost there.
That's for sure. Thank you guys for joining us here for the episode. Make sure to stay tuned. As I said, the next episode will be a good one. We will see you there. Make sure to stay trippy until then.
Let's find that damn horn.